The monk and the girl slept in each other's arms. The master didn't wake them. Instead, he grabbed the rope and pulled the boat to shore. He pulled out the wooden plug from the bottom, letting water rush in. Only then did the monk wake up and realize his secret affair with the girl had been discovered by his master. The monk begged his master for forgiveness, promising he would never again get involved with women. But the master didn't scold him. Instead, he sent the girl away. Without the girl's company, the monk was lost. He knelt before the Buddha statue crying every day and couldn't sleep at night. One morning, while his master was still sound asleep, the monk crept out of bed and stole the temple's Buddha statue. The monk took the statue to show he remembered his master's kindness. When he was young, he had hurt animals with stones, so his master tied stones to his body to make him feel others' pain and transform the evil thoughts in his heart. Even though his master had taught him many lessons, the monk still decided to leave. The monk looked back at the temple, thinking his master hadn't noticed, but his master had already awakened and chose not to stop him, letting him go chase after the girl. The master stared at the ceiling, as if lost in thought. Years later, the master learned from a newspaper that the monk had killed his wife. The master looked up at the sky. Everything had turned out just as he'd expected, so he went back to his room and mended the monk's old clothes. Sure enough, the monk returned. He brought out the stolen Buddha statue, only to discover a dagger hidden inside. He went wild with anguish, but his master didn't stop him. When the monk tried to run away again, this time his master picked up a stick and beat him. Just when the monk fell into despair, he noticed his master carving words on the floor. The master said that with each word carved, his anger would lessen by 1 degree, so the monk knelt down and focused on carving. Just then, police chasing the monk suddenly burst in. The monk jumped up to confront them, but his master ordered him to keep focusing on the carving. The monk obediently finished carving the words and realized that through the carving process, he had achieved spiritual redemption. But just as the monk agreed to leave with the police, the boat stopped. The monk turned around abruptly and saw his master standing on the shore. After his master waved to him, the boat could move again. The elderly master seemed to have his own plan. After the monk left, the master piled firewood all over the boat, covered his nose and mouth with paper, then lit the fire, and passed away sitting in the flames as the boat drifted. It seemed like no human trace remained in this place, but when winter came, the monk, released from prison, returned here again. By then the place was completely deserted, so he practiced alone there, until one day, a veiled woman left behind a baby, and then disappeared. Looking at the abandoned child, the monk remembered his own childhood. At that moment, fate had come full circle.